Hi, welcome to Alaskan in the Philippines. Today I thought I'd talk about things not to do in Thailand, how to act over there, if you ever do come. I was going to include it in the Philippines, but it's different here. It's kind of a whole different vibe from the Philippines, so I thought I'd have to do a video about it itself. First off, the difference in you won't really be dealing with a lot of the men here. As long as you're treating everybody with respect, you'll go through life here without dealing with many of the Thai men at all, very seldom, because unless you like join a Muay Thai boxing or something, or join a class or something, your teacher might be Thai, but otherwise most of them can't speak English, so they're not going to talk to you much anyway. You're not going to be dealing with them, whereas the Filipino men will try to deal with you and sell you things and chat with you and talk to you. Their outgoing personality, being loud, that's normal for Filipinos. But in the Thai men, they're pretty quiet, especially around foreigners. You almost never, it's hard to even get a hi out of them. They really kind of ignore you. We're their bread and butter, so they don't treat us bad, They're not trying to stir up any trouble. Most of they realize they're tourists here, and we're driving the economy for this area, so they tolerate us, I would say. That's how you judge it. They pretty much tolerate us because they know their mom, their aunt, their uncle, their brother, their sister's making a living off you, your dollars that are coming here. So they do. It's more of a touristy area than the actual Philippines. The Philippines, you're kind of a novelty still. There's some tourists there, but they figure you're a tourist, of course, but there's just not as many like there is here in Thailand, so they're more used to you. In the Philippines, you'll get propositions, people trying to sell you something, trying to call you over, hey, come here, and they want to talk to you. And so you're going to be on a different level over there. So here in Thailand, unless when you're going to the bars, like that's another deal. I don't go to the bars, so if you're going to the bars and you want to go in there and get drunk and get really loud, insult the girls, and then when they call the bouncers to come get you, you fight the bouncers on your way out. That's really not a thing how you want to act. That'll really, really end badly for you. You got to take into consideration, and same with like road rage. There's no road rage here. You do not honk your horn at a Thai here. In the Philippines, you honk, and honking is normal. That's how they get along. But here, you honk at a Thai, and you're going to get mad. That's fighting words to them. They're what's your problem? They don't like that at all. And they don't do it. You never hear horns honking here. And if you do, you better be prepared to fight somebody or to get a dirty look, because there's no road rage at all. When there's no traffic laws, you can do whatever you want. So he's like, well, we live in with lawless traffic laws. I can do whatever I want. What's the deal with you getting upset about it? That's wrong think is what it is here in Asia anyway. And that'll get you in trouble fast. You can start road raging at some Thai that pulled out and cut right in front of you. That's too bad. That's how they do it. You better be on your guard. That's driving in Asia. It gets a lot worse than that. So be prepared. If you're hot-tempered in a road rage kind of mindset and you show up in Asia, you're gonna, even in the Philippines, it's just horrible traffic, but you never shake your fist or flip someone off or something like that, or honk and rage at them. You honk to let them know you're coming or passing, or if they're pulling out, you honk to let them know you're coming. That's how they do it. Honk when they're passing by a pedestrian too, just to let them know you're coming. It's constant honking in the Philippines, but in Thailand, it's not at all. Do not honk in Thailand. Here in Hue Hin anyway, maybe it's different in Bangkok. Traffic jam there, maybe they honk, but not here. And I see their video shorts of like TikToks and stuff where they're showing a guy that honks at another Thai, and it was a slight beep, just beep. And they made this short TikTok video where they both turned around on the motorcycle and gave him a dirty look. And then the guy was real sheepish and he drove away, and then they looked where he stopped, he looked in the bushes, and there those guys were still giving him the bad eye. So it was kind of a joking thing to show you don't honk at me, because they were kind of haunting the guy, watching him after he honked at him, just a little beep. So yeah, don't be in any road rage or anything and that you don't want to do. Don't be mean in the bars. Show everybody with respect. When you come to an elder Thai, the Thais will always do their Y thing, and when they greet you, you probably do that back. That's a good thing to do, the Y. They say it hello. They do it when they're sorry. They're sorry. They do it. Thank you. They do it. And just when a greeting, hi, or when you come up to somebody, you can greet them hi or thank them when you leave. You know, that's something you want to do anyway. And to learn a few words that would help make smooth things over. You get a smile out of their face when you say good morning, and simple, just hello, Swati Cup. You know, just small things that at least let them know that you're kind of feeling the Thai at the moment, you know. So those are things you want to keep in mind. And another very, very, very important thing to keep. This is the most important thing, and I'm going to save you something on this one. Keep in mind the national sport here, the sport here in Thailand is Muay Thai. Everybody does it. They start when they're in grade school. I lived 3 months next to a Muay Thai gym right over there, and I watched them work out every day. And those people came out with sandbags on their shoulders and jogged around the neighborhood. They came out with 5-gallon buckets. I don't know what was in them, but I bet it was sand or water. And they would carry, can you imagine carrying a 5-gallon bucket and go jogging? That was their workout. Just part of it, you know. And then, of course, that was just warm-ups for the morning. They jog around with those sandbags, and then they go in and do a bunch of kicking. And then I watched the Muay Thai fights on TV, too. They can kick you so hard. I watch these guys that they've done it since they were children. They've started in school and they've done it their whole life, and they get up and they're an adult and they're just professionals. They can walk right into a ring and just walk up and they kick. They kick so hard it'll kick the other guy just in the leg, and the guy will fall over. He's just been kicked so hard it probably broke his leg, and that's what you're dealing with. Knees. You can knee someone in the face in Muay Thai. They do it. That's training. Bam, right in the face. Elbow in the face. That's legal. That's they train to do that. I watch them when they go up to the bags. It's kick, knee, punch, and elbow. They just repeat that. They do it all over, and just days and days. And after a lifetime, you get really good at that. You know, you probably get some of these guys that are just terrible badasses, but they're calm and cool. And in the Thai way, you know, the Buddhist way, they're very humble people. But you may get one of those that'll end up taking a job as a bouncer or something, or, you know, there's security somewhere, or just an average Thai on the road that you had road rage with, and here you don't even know it, but this guy's been training his whole life, and he's finally going, wow, after training my whole life, now I get a real meat bag to hit on. This is going to be great. I have never had this dream come true, because the other Thais ain't going to fight, you know, so this guy might just tear you up and elbow and knee you and kick you in the face and jump right on and start pounding and pounding, and won't stop until somebody peels him off you. And if he can't do it, probably the 3 or 4 other guys that are driving by Thais will stop and help him, if you happen to be so lucky as to get one that ain't gonna kick your butt. So yeah, that's just something to consider around. And I've never seen it. I've never been in any confrontations at all. I don't go in the bars though, and that's another thing that could save me. And I don't cross anybody. I don't flip anybody off. I'm not trying to be in anybody's way. I'm humble. I'm retired. I wait for them whenever they're going, you know, if they need to get by or butt in line or something, which they never do, I just let them do it, you know, and give them the leeway at all times. Thank them as you leave. Always be polite. Say hello. And a lot of them will ignore you, like the Thai men will ignore you pretty much 100%. You never hear, some of them will say hi to you. I say hi to a few of them. The only actual Thai man I've dealt with was the guy that brought us on the visa run, and he was a really nice guy, really, really nice guy. Spoke a little English, real polite, real humble. I thought he was a great guy. There was no reason to ever cross him. He went out of his way to buy us coffee, bought us lunch, had everything set up, just a top-notch operation. Best thing you could have hoped for. It ran smooth and perfect, and fed us, coffeeed us all the way. It was great. But anyway, yeah, so you want to just, in other words, just be humble when you're here. Just be humble. Remember, you're a tourist in their country. and it probably grates on them. I understand if you were from here and you lived and you had to deal with tourists on a daily basis, trying to get back and forth from work, it might grate on you. And I could understand if few of them have some bad feelings that may or may not come out. But I tell you what, I wouldn't give them a reason to let it out. That's one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to be pushing any of these people around, or being upset because they're late, or being upset because the bus won't take them where they need to go, or the cab ripped them off or something. If that happens, just write it off as experience. If the girl rips you off, that's just another experience. Just be smarter next time, and just be careful. It's nothing to go road raging about, because that'll bring some grief onto you that you don't want. And another thing, if you get caught fighting here, even if it's just with another tourist or another expat or something, you both get deported. So that's one quick way ticket out of the country if you're trying to be badass, around here. I really don't see it, but I do see some of the guys kind of walking around like they're badass. I don't, excuse me, sorry, sir, and bow my way out of any situation like that if I get around any badasses like that. But anyway, that's just a few tips and secrets that I've learned in just my short 4-month stay here. So if anyone wants to add to them that probably knows more than me, but just use common sense and be polite to everyone, and that'll probably decrease your chances of ever having a problem anywhere around here. In fact, I haven't yet, and I don't expect to. You never know. Moments can change and be out of your control, but hopefully it won't be your fault, and you'll try every bit of you can do to avoid it when you can. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Well, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.